Hi, my name is Professor Azimi and I'm one of the course developers for English 101. I'm going to go through the education module to review what you need to do in this module. So we're in the education module, and this module is comprised of 4 weeks. This is week 1. This folder indicates week 2. Week 3 is indicated by this folder, and then this is week 4. So I'm going to start off with week 1. I'm going to click on the week 1 folder. And when you go to week 1, you can see that there are 23 pages, and I'm on 2 out of 23. So the education learning resources for week 1 include the Lumen resources. And in the Lumen resources, it's very important that you go through these resources where you're quoting, paraphrasing, and avoiding plagiarism is what you're learning, and then formatting the works cited MLA page. You are going to then watch the U.S. public education system in 90 seconds, and then you're going to read Social Class in the Hidden Curriculum of Work, and American Schools Are Training Kids for a World That Doesn't Exist. You're going to use these sources to build on your education assignment and assignments within this week. So the Lumen resources are accessed here, and then you go ahead and you have the video, and you click on this to launch the video. Click to launch, and it will pop up, and as you can see, it's starting right here. And then next you move through and go to the next assignment, which is to read the article by Jean Anion, which is the Social Class in the Hidden Curriculum of Work. You click to the Edwards article, which is American Schools Are Training Kids for a World That Doesn't Exist. And then you click on your discussion board post. And in order to launch your discussion board post, you click on Click to Launch, and it takes you to the discussion board posts. So you click on Create Thread, and then your thread, your discussion board post, carries over, which is, for this discussion board post, respond to the prompt in 2 to 3 paragraphs. Paragraphs should be organized by topic and not simply address the questions in order. Include examples from each of the texts, complete with MLA in-text citations. And then you have your prompt, your criteria, and when you click here, you put in the subject for your prompt, and then you type in your response, and then you click Submit. After you click Submit, you want to respond to your peers. And in the peer responses, you're doing that after you post your initial response. You're then responding to classmates, and you're building on your responses using the criteria listed here. I will go back to the education module. And in the education module, we'll then carry over to week 2. So, when you're in week 2, you have, again, your Lumen resources, and in the Lumen resources, you're focusing on creating paragraphs, and conclusions. And then you have the Lizette-Alvarez article, which is States Listen as Parents Give Rampant Testing an F. Then you're reading the Darling-Hammond article, which is Unequal Opportunity, Race, and Education. And then you've reached your Education Week 2 discussion board post, which is this chart. And as you can see, there's an attachment, and you can click on the attachment. And that attachment itself is also, it's pulling up, is also a copy of the chart that's displayed behind the blue Microsoft Word box. So you have the option of either responding directly in here and then saving your chart, or you can copy and paste, copy this chart and then paste it in the discussion board post. So I'll go to the discussion board post, click here on the black letters, go to create thread. Once you create thread, you review your chart requirements, the criteria, and then you put in your subject, and then you can paste that chart in there, or you can click on the file, which is the paper clip, and attach your completed document. You hit submit once you're satisfied with your document. You can also click on Browse My Computer if you would like to attach your document that way as well. So afterwards, you go to your peer response, and after posting your response, your initial response, read your classmates' post and respond to 2 or more of your classmates' posting in any of the following ways. And those ways are all listed down here for you. So we'll go back to Learning Modules, and we're back in the Education module, and we're in week 3. And as you navigate through week 3, we start off with the Lumen resources, where you are looking at evidence as your topic, and then week 3, Learning Strategies. Your first resource is the Vicki Madden article, Why Poor Students Struggle. Then you're reading Learning from the Other Achievement Gap by Todd Petinsky. Then you have The Other Gap from Leslie Maxwell. So you read those 3 articles, and after you read those 3 articles, you go to your Education Week 3 discussion post. You click on that, and after you click on that, click Create Thread. As you can see, the criteria is here. You have your initial post and your prompt. In her article, Vicki Madden discusses barriers seen and unseen as to why low-income students fail to graduate from college. What is one seen barrier, she mentions? How does that hold back low-income students? What is one unseen barrier? How does it hold back low-income students? Petinsky's article contends that although the achievement gap between black and white students is largely publicized, the achievement gap between white and Asian students goes unnoticed. But it is significant, and it is not tied to parents' income or education. According to Petinsky, what are the traits in Asian Americans that may account for their academic achievement? According to the Maxwell article, how can this positive label of being high achievers hurt some Asian Americans? And then you have your criteria. I just want to note that this discussion board prompt is multi-layered, so please make sure you respond to all parts of the discussion board prompt in the required 2 to 3 paragraphs. And remember, this is something that can directly relate back to your education essay, which you're going to work on the following week. So you have, again, your criteria. You respond in here, you click submit, and then you respond to your peers. And your peer response criteria is listed right here. So then we're going to go to the Education module and move through the 4th week. And in the 4th week, you're concentrating on Lumen resources, which is grammar and style and mechanics, revising, editing, and proofreading. And then you're reviewing what you learned in Module 2 of the learning resources, which is MLA format. And in this week, you are doing a peer review. When you do the peer review, you're going to, it's also in the discussion board post thread. So as you know, you click on this, the black letters, you create thread, and your post comes up here. You're going to start a new thread and paste your essay draft into the thread. So your essay draft will go right in here. After you paste your essay draft, you need to go back through here and look at the criteria and make sure that you have your works cited page and that you've highlighted or underlined the sources that are quoted or paraphrased in your body paragraphs, and also highlight or underline your thesis statement. You need to make sure then that you submit, and after you submit, make sure you go back and respond to two of your peers or two of your classmates regarding their essays. And when you're responding, you want to make sure you use these 5 prompts to carry you through to help them with their responses. You did a great job of what? You need to work on blank. I'm confused by blank. I wonder if. And this thesis makes me think of blank. So make sure you give your peers help so that they can turn in their best essays as well. Back to the education module. So you're doing the peer review in week 4. But along with the peer review, you're turning in the essay. And the education essay PDF is right here with the requirements, but I'll read through them as well. In this essay, please consider your personal experiences with education as it relates to the larger American educational system. To begin, select one of the following prompts that relates to your experiences and opinions about the American educational system. Compose an essay in response to the essential questions for the module. Consider the assigned readings for the unit and select at least 2 that connect with and support your ideas. Conduct research and include evidence from at least 2 additional sources to support your ideas. So I want to backtrack and point out that you need 2 readings, 2 common readings from the unit, from the assigned readings from the education module and the 4 weeks within this module. And then you need to find 2 of your own sources to help support your ideas. Go over your essential questions again because these are the questions that ground this unit. And then you have your requirements. It's a 3 to 4 page essay, which is 750 to 1,000 words. And you want to make sure that you incorporate all of these requirements that are listed here for your essay. For example, it goes over the 2 assigned readings and 2 additional sources. You need an MLA style works cited page. Make sure you go through each of these requirements so that you're set up for success. And I'd like to backtrack. You have all of those Lumen resources each and every week, and those Lumen resources are key in helping you be successful in this education module. Thank you.